Okay, so I just wanted to do a bit more of an in-depth video of my custom ADLER YATAGARASU'S. So a couple of people have asked me just what exactly I went for when I was sort of doing the specification within the custom order. So I'll sort of run you through that compared to a normal Yatagarasu and what I sort of went for. But I guess starting with what you could choose and then what I went for. So you can, so this is in a regular last. So my red Yatagarasus that I have are also just in a regular last, but they did give you the option to go a narrow or a wider last, depending on sort of trying to accommodate for your foot shape. So the regular one fit me great, so I went that again. And then in terms of, being a Yatagarasu, you do get as a standard the Carvo insole there, or the sole plate essentially. So that silver material, sort of a plastic carbon fiber material there. So that's completely standard. And then another thing that these do have is a midfoot shank through here. So you can choose, if you didn't like the feeling of that or it being too stiff in the middle, you could delete that from the Yatagarasu in the custom order. Again, I enjoyed the sort of the support and the snappiness of it as well. So I left pretty much all of that the same. I didn't remove anything, kept the midfoot shank and has the Carvo already. And then in terms of customization from there, so we went the black sole plate being, I specifically wanted the black sole plate for a few reasons. One, it's not one that you can get on the regular release Yatagarasus. So you can get a triple white boot, a triple red boot, and a black upper with a white sole plate. So this is the first time I'd ever seen sort of a black sole plate. So I wanted that because it made it distinctly noticed. Obviously the bright green sort of gives it away, but the black sole plate is a giveaway as well, where it is a custom boot and you can't get that black sole plate on a regular release. So I thought that was cool. And plus, I've had plenty of white boots and that sort of stuff, and trying to keep light colored sole plates clean 100% of the time so they're clean enough for display is just a mission. So black sole plate, cheating a little bit, but it's so much easier to keep clean. And then we went for obviously we're getting a full kangaroo leather upper with a Yatagarasu, and I went for obviously this really vibrant green color. I've sort of been jokingly saying it reminds me of sort of guacamole, that sort of really like creamy green color. The leather on it is just ridiculous too. I played my first game in them a couple days ago, and they are insanely soft and comfortable. And they're already starting to break in so much nice. Look, I'll show you the one with no shoehorn in it, and it's just a joke. So went the green for the leather, which again I thought was super unique. I have never seen a boot with leather in this color before, so again another thing that made it really unique. Then we went the matching sort of fluoro green laces as well. I did also order a set of black laces through ADLER as well. So they do use the, I think it's pronounced Itago laces. So they're these really like tightly woven laces, and they feel awesome. Like they never come undone. You tie them once and it's almost like they've got like grip on them. They stay together. They don't like loosen as you play or anything. So one, if I wanted to sort of get the black laces to sort of match the embroidery of my name and also the black sole plate, I could make it sort of match a little bit. And also, if there's another pair of boots I have that I want a set of really high quality laces in, I've got a set ready to go. So that was one thing I also spent extra on to get from ADLER. And then so we went green leather, green laces, we left the white of the sort of the padding and sort of the inside of the boot. That again, I like the way that looked. And then in terms of sort of my extra customizations, I requested all of the ADLER branding to have gold embroidery. So I just think that looks really, really nice, especially against the green, and it's that really almost like glittery stitch to it in that logo, and then on the heel as well, which again, I think it just looks absolutely insane. And then sort of my last final request was the personalization to have Clippy on the heel there, which, yeah, I just think it looks really good. I wanted it in black too, just to sort of have that matching contrast. And yeah, so just a A really cool boot, really happy with how it turned out. For those of you who care as well, I did, again, like my normal red ones, I went a full size down. So I went the equivalent of going to US 8, where I usually wear a US 9 in Mizuno's or Nikes or whatever. So really important that you do go that full size down, because the sizing of this does run, like it runs long, so you need to go down. And then you also want to allow for the natural stretch that the kangaroo leather will have. So it should fit tight and snug when you first get them, and then it'll mold perfectly to your foot. So it's exactly how I've got it. It fits perfectly. No complaints at all with the last or the sizing I went for. Really happy with that. And then a couple other things. So you still get the realign insoles, which again is a nice touch. I don't mind the way these feel, but I kind of do just like, oddly enough, just the flatter normal insole. And this does feel a little bit squishier than the standard ones. So that's a nice little touch too. So you still get those, and then you might have seen it, but you do get the little like sort of shoe horns, shoe chock thing as well with the customs, which I thought was really cool. One thing that has changed though, and Adler has stopped doing, is the string bags. So this is the string bag from my regular release, my triple red pair, with the really nice embroidered logo and the sort of deer sort of pattern on it, depending on which way you look is which way the deer is sort of facing up or down. And it's a really nice bag, like a really nice bag. And they've just sort of stopped doing that now. And the bag that you got for the customs was basically just this really basic black sort of mesh bag. It says shoe bag on it and doesn't really have pull strings or anything. It's just a bag for them to come in. So that could have been a little bit nicer. But again, when I'm not buying the boots for the quality of the bag, I'm buying them because of this. Like, the craftsmanship of this is ridiculous. So yes, it is a bit of a shame that you don't get that really nice bag when you are spending over double the money on a custom order compared to the regular release boots. So, it is what it is, but they're a small brand and they got to put the money where it matters. So yeah, it's really nice. You still get the extra insoles. I did, like I said, spend the extra money to get the laces, but these Itago laces are fantastic. Love them. So yeah, definitely happy I went for them. And yeah, that's sort of just a bit of a breakdown of what I actually went for in terms of the custom order. So yeah, for those of you, if you had any other questions about it, let me know. But yeah, just an absolutely ridiculous boot. And yeah, can't wait to keep wearing them. And yeah, they're awesome. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like I said, if you have any questions about sort of the process, they did take, I did hint on this a little bit in a couple of my videos, they did take, I think it was about 110 or 15 days to get here. So we ordered them in March and I received them the first week of July. So they did take a really long time to get here. But again, you got to remember, Adler's a small brand, it's a small team, and they're churning out this kind of level of build quality, and like, it's insane. So yes, it was a really, really, really long wait, but I'm more than happy with finally getting them, and it was well worth the wait. It just made me look forward to them more, is the way I started to look at it. But yeah, for anyone that still has their custom order waiting, I know exactly how that feels, but just know that when they turn up, it's all going to be worth it. And yeah, such a cool boot, a really cool experience. But yeah, like I said, if you have any other questions, let me know. Thank you for watching, and remember, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more content. Thank you.